Next on Worcester News tonight, word of a major announcement coming tomorrow is fueling speculation about the Paw Sox future in Worcester. Plus, addressing the need for call firefighters. Some central Massachusetts departments are having trouble staffing emergency responses. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. An announcement from the city about their pitch to the Paw Sox is expected soon. For months, businesses and city leaders have tried to sell the team on moving to the city's Canal District, and now the question remains, could this become a reality? Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with the latest. Brittany?
Olivia, some prominent people in the Canal District say exciting news is coming tomorrow regarding the Paw Sox, but they are letting the city reveal that news.
A good interview.
Give me the scoop, Oakley. Look out. Way back there to left field.
It's been talked about for years now, and Thursday, multiple sources confirmed the city will be making a major announcement regarding the Pawtucket Red Sox. And while many are sworn to secrecy,
to date, we haven't heard anything.
No comment.
They say the idea of a AAA baseball team coming to Worcester is huge.
We would be able to create new jobs for folks, and it would help with, the local businesses to attract and, you go to your local restaurant, your local bars, go, local shopping.
There are a limited number of places in this country which have AAA baseball teams. So this would be a big thing. It's significant, emotionally, psychically, with energy. I mean, this would be a great thing for Worcester.
Bowditch and Dewey chairman Michael Angelini says this moment would make history in the city.
In September of 1982, Frank Sinatra came to Worcester, and the Centrum opened. And that was a big thing here. That was a huge event. And if this happens, it'll be another huge event. It's a time for the city to say, you know what, we're pretty significant.
Joe O'Grady is opening a multi-purpose smoke shop next week in the area of the proposed new ballpark. And while the timing may not be great, he says he supports the city's hard work in the proposal.
I bought this building 2 years ago because I knew that it was in a redevelopment zone in Worcester. And being a businessman in Worcester, I saw an opportunity. That was before any talk of the Paw Sox. I'm open to working with the city and anyone else to a mutually beneficial outcome.
The team has a lease to play in Pawtucket until 2020, but Angelini says another name would suit the Paw Sox well.
I hope it happens. I hope the Paw Sox become the Woo Sox.
We did reach out to the city and they have not confirmed there will be an announcement tomorrow. We also reached out to the Paw Sox who had no comment. Either way, more information should be released tomorrow when the financial budget for the Paw Sox is released on the City Council agenda. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
All right, thank you, Brittany. After a string of water main breaks, including 2 Wednesday and a major break last week, Worcester's DPW says they are moving forward with a long-term plan to replace pipes throughout the city. DPW Commissioner Paul Moosey says although they have not calculated the exact cost of last week's break in the area of Shore Drive, he expects it will be large. Moosey says the road repairs are more expensive than replacing the pipe itself. He says if a break is bad enough, the street will be moved up on a list indicating the whole area needs to be replaced.
That pipe was kind of a tensile strength failure that really isn't indicative of the whole line being a problem. So we'll look and see.
DPW Commissioner Paul Moosey says on average, Worcester sees about 40 breaks a year, with typically more in the winter. The structural safety of a Wooster parking garage is compromised, forcing the city to close it for 1 week. The city says it is necessary to close the garage to the public from August 18th to the 26th in order to address the required structural repairs needed. Before work begins, the garage remains safe for parking this week. The city will accommodate drivers at the Worcester Common Garage and the Federal Plaza Garage. Fire departments across the country are seeing a decrease in the number of call firefighters. In central Massachusetts, some departments are struggling to keep up. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with more. Rosalind?
Olivia, departments like Spencer's only have a handful of full-time employees, saying it makes it stressful when responding to calls. The Spencer Fire Department has only 2 full-time firefighters on the day shift during the week. A staffing challenge. Chief Robert Parsons says most people aren't aware of it.
They don't realize that there is no one here during the nighttime hours. We've had people come in that have lived here 10, 20 years and they're going, where are all the full-time people?
The department says they are in need of call firefighters during the day.
Call firefighters are the backbone of all these departments.
We have a rescue that needs to be made. We got to make some decisions, a life or death decision on what we're going to do based on with the limited amount of manpower that we have.
Chief Parsons says the lack of call firefighters is a huge issue in Spencer and across the country. He says the reason is people are busy or traveling outside the area to go to work.
We used to have a 100-person department 25, 30 years ago. We're struggling to keep at 50%.
The Charlton Fire Department is also searching for call firefighters. They've also noticed a drop in people joining the department.
20, 30 years ago, that's who we were. We were an all-call department. Now it's more of a supplemental for the big calls to come in.
Both departments encourage anyone who is thinking about becoming a call firefighter to start a conversation, because you never know when a fire will strike.
Our call people, we've used them in the past to kind of be a springboard to full-time opportunities, and it's good for the individual to see if this is the kind of career path that they want to go on.
Now, the Spencer Fire Department, along with others, are having a booth at the Spencer Fair to provide any information for anyone who's interested. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A more than $160,000 grant to the Family Health Center of Wooster will help address programs the hospital offers. Thursday, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services presented the National Quality Leader Award to the center. They say the health center achieved a high level of quality performance in 2017.
Every year we serve about 27,000 patients who are served because they need health care and who can come to us regardless of their income, regardless of their ability to pay, regardless of their language.
And the $166,000 grant is part of $125 million being awarded nationwide. For a third day in a row, emergency crews are responding to multiple overdoses on the New Haven Green. There were nearly 80 overdoses in a 24-hour period from Tuesday night to Wednesday, and several more were treated today. Most of the overdoses happened on or around the popular green in Connecticut. Authorities suspect the victims used what's called K2 or spice that may have been laced with an opiate or fentanyl. A Worcester Public Schools library is getting a new look thanks to the Worcester Railers. Volunteers say they hope students will enjoy the new space. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with more. Chandler?
Olivia, while Worcester kids are enjoying their last bit of summer, volunteers are working hours, so students at one elementary school have something to look forward to. The Worcester Railers are giving this city school's library a facelift. Lakeview School Principal Maureen Power says it will benefit the school's 334 elementary students.
We're in an older building, so we don't have a lot of different learning spaces. Multiple classes or multiple groups are going to be able to set up in here.
The Railers are teaming up with Cutler Associates and Unum. They're hoping to make an impact on the students in their community.
This space here, it wasn't really a library. And they really wanted to improve it because they want to add a librarian back into here and make it a usable room.
The kids, our future generation, are just so important. So to give back every way that we can is really important to us.
A group of volunteers spent Thursday putting up Railers logos and painting.
Painter's tape is a wonderful tool.
They'll also add furniture and project spaces for kids to be inspired to read and learn.
We really want to make this feel like a home for them. They want to come in, they want to read books, and a lot of kids can relate to sports more than they can relate to school.
The project took months to prepare and is supported by donated items and funding from the Railers Foundation. Power says with the school year near,
it is right around the corner.
The library will be a multifunctional room for kids and teachers to enjoy.
We can use this room for research, for reading, for writing, for projects. It's really going to serve a lot of purposes.
The Railers will bring in furniture and present the room to students at a later date. They say they're hoping to continue this project and hit as many city schools as possible. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Thursday marks the last day of Recreation Worcester. This is the third summer the city has hosted the free 5-day-a-week summer camp for kids. The 6-week summer program focuses on teamwork, sports, arts, and education. Local youth workers and community partners help deliver a fun experience for students every day.
It's to prevent the summer literacy loss. So coming here, we are ensuring that they're having fun, that they're learning, and that they're making friends.
And the program coordinator says more than 1,700 children ages 7 to 13 registered for the program this summer.